in Natick, Massachusetts, with 3 strains of Candlepin bowling, total pinfall determining our winner. We have a souvenir, permanent souvenir, which is provided by the Ace Trophy Company of Boston, which goes to each of our bowlers. We also have guaranteed prize money of $1,200. $700 of that goes to the winner, $350 goes to the runner-up, $50 available to the winner of each string, and obviously, should they tie a string, we split that at $25 apiece. Many other opportunities for our bowlers to make some money. Jim Putney knows a few of those. And we also, I'll tell you anyway, I'll remind you about it because most of you already know. And also this $50 gift certificate from True Value hardware stores and home centers that goes to the bowler with the most marks. And Jim has had a few of those. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's meet today's challenger and talk to today's bowler, shall we? Making your first appearance on our show and all the way down from Biddeford, Maine, huh? Francis Beaulieu. Did I say that correctly?
Yes, you did.
And that is French extraction, huh?
Yes, it is.
And I've heard that there are 1 or 2 people of French extraction in the area where you are.
It's more than 1 or 2. It's quite a few of us.
That's right. Most of them originally coming from the Quebec area, right?
Right, exactly.
Is that where your ancestry comes from?
Yes, I come from Quebec originally.
Is that right?
I'm a Canadian citizen.
No kidding. Well, let's see. You have a league average of 124, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And you've been on this tour, the World Candlepin Tour before?
Yes, I have. I took a year off this year.
And what else? The ICBA?
I was on the ICBA team. We won it in '87 in Springfield, Mass.
Well, I guess we shouldn't be surprised then that you won a roll-off, especially when you rolled a 709.
I had a good day.
Okay, Jim Putney, he's had a lot of good days. How about it? You're going for double digits in appearances, huh? Going for number 10, huh?
One at a time. I'm just going for August, I guess. The longer I stay on, the closer it gets to August, right?
Yeah. Good luck to you, and good luck to you, Frank. Okay, we'll get underway right after this.
Candlepin Bowling is sponsored in part by True.
League average 124. I've already mentioned that he had a sizzling roll-off, a 709. That's for 5 strings. And he begins with a spare. The fill is 6. He's looking at 3, 4, 7, and 8. With wood to the right of the 3. He gets 2 more. And it's an 8 box. Now our defending champion, Jim Putney. This is his 10th consecutive week. Spare leave. One, 3, 6. No wood. Got 1 and 3, the 6 still there. Uh, 10. All but 1. Spare in the second. Our challenger, Francis Beaulieu. He leaves 1 and 5. A couple of pieces of wood off to the left of the 5 and one to the right. He made it. And that, of course, as you well know, is not easy when they are back-to-back. Francis has a high single of 194 and a high triple of 473. 2 full on the head pin. He winds up with a spread eagle. Got a couple, the 6 and 10. And he winds up with an 8 box as he leaves 2 and 3. Now Jim Putney comes up, working on that spare in the second. Jim's high single is 200, his high triple 465. And back over a couple of months ago when he had his roll-off that got him a chance to challenge, he had a 670. Oh, yes! What a beauty! A lovely spare. Yes, well worth another look. Six is the fill. He's now looking at 3, 5, 6, and 10. No wood. And he punched out the 3 and managed also to get the 10 to fall. It's an 8. And right now we'll take our first check on the scoreboard, as we always do after 4 boxes in the first and 4 boxes in the second. Right now it is defending champion Jim Putney leading by 4 over our challenger by the score of 50. Again, rolling now in the 5th box is Jim Putney, our defending champion. You can tell by the reaction, even those of you, and I know that there are many of you who join us and are blind or legally blind and depend upon what I say or the crowd reaction. The crowd reaction told you pretty well what that was right after throwing 1 ball. Yes, a strike. And now he rolls again. The first bonus ball gets him 6 and leaves him 4 horsemen right side. Just missed as he left the 10. It's a 10 box. Challenger Francis Beaulieu looking right now at 2, 4, and 10. Got 2 of the 3. Al Giglio keeping score on the electronic scoreboard. 2 of our regulars are not here today. Bruce Goldman is filling in for Keith Williams on the big board for the folks who are here. And Don Riley is acting today as our lob line judge and referee. And working as statistician for him today is Tim Michel. All but the 4-pin. There's Don Riley sitting right at the lob line. And our crew today, we have Joe Sukar, Skip Peabody, Dick Erickson, Roger Rice. And back in post-production videotape, George Ellard and Doug DeWitt. And, of course, our producer and director is Phil Rubin. Jim Putney now facing 1, 7, 8, 10, and 2 pieces of wood, shading the right side. Got 1 and 10. This is the 10th consecutive week, as I told you, for Jim Putney. Jim is married and father of 2 and is employed as a painting and wallpaper contractor. He has still left 7 and 8, so it is an 8 box. The lead after 7, 13 pins, and he's opposite a 9 box. Jim is still top seed for our True Value Championship show. The last Saturday in August at 6:30 p.m. for an hour and a half. Thin hit, and he has left, in addition to the 4 horsemen on the left side, also the 5 and 8. Made it, and got the spare in the 8th, and gets a compliment from today's challenger, Francis Beaulieu. Now let's see what Francis can do, because he has the reverse of the leave that was just made by Jim Putney. In other words, he's got 4 horsemen right side, 5 and 9. Nope, too full. And he leaves the 1 and 10. Nice 10, nice 10. Spread eagle. Too far to the right that time, and he picked up only the 10. It's a 7 box, and for Francis, a disappointing opening string of an even 100. The fill is 7. That puts Jim over 100, so he picks up the only bonus money so far, $50 for winning the first string. Now it's just a question of what his final total will be for that first string. Working on 5, 9, and 10, and he made it. That was not an easy spare to convert. Anytime you have parallel pins like the 9 and 10, it is no given. Yes, he has a strike, slightly delayed. So another $50 in bonus money, and he has picked up plenty of bonus money over the 9 previous weeks. And a chance for some more bonus money right now because he has 2 pins to pick up that would give him another $50 in bonus money. The 2 and the 4, and no, he did not get them, and it would have been worth another $50 in bonus money. Final score after 1. Defending champion Jim Putney of Holliston, Massachusetts, 142 challenges. Everything down except the 2 pin. He has it. And another mark. Six is the fill. He's got one of those tricky triangles. This one made up of the 2, 4, 5, and he also has the 10. But he's got a piece of wood to the right of the number 5 that, if it's hit properly, will go over there and get 10. It didn't work. He left 2 more. Now our challenger, Francis Beaulieu. Half Worcester left side. Always one of the most frustrating hits when you're looking at 10 pins standing and you punch out 2, but most frustrating when you're trying to fill a spare. Everything down except the 9 pin. Ooh, missed that. So it is a 9. Now he moves to lane 3 here at the fairway in Natick, Massachusetts. We're on the Worcester Turnpike, just a little bit west of the city of Boston. 2 pins to pick up. A 2 and the 5. He's got them. And a spare. Now our defending champion, Jim Putney. Five and 7. Those are the 2 pins that he's looking at. Now it settles down and maybe a roadblock. It was. He could not get at the 5 pin because of where that piece of wood settled. It's a 10. Four and 5 side by side, but there's wood right across both of them. So it looks like a red liner. Just to the left of the red line, and he picks them both up. All right, our challenger, Francis Beaulieu. 6 is the fill, but he's faced with the diamond. The diamond right side. 3, 5, 6, and 9. How about that? Another win for the diamond. $10. Oh, for a second, everybody thought he had a hammer. But 9 of them went down, zap. However, the 4 refused. There you can see as Phil Rubin gives you a look at pin. And the pin makes it. So each bowler will have a bonus ball to throw when we come back. And with pins already down here in the middle string, they're tied at 45.
Can do it with True Value.
Add spark to your surroundings during True Test Anniversary Paint Days. Enjoy a change of scenery right in your own home by choosing top-quality Easy Care latex paint in fashion colors, including designer pastels. This spatter-resistant finish goes on easy, and it's washable. True Test Easy Care Flat Finish is just $10.98 a gallon during Anniversary Paint Days at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
City might look cool in a 30-second jeans commercial. But when you do it all summer, you really do get the blues. Support the Summer Fund and help a kid go to camp instead of going to waste.
The old Chevy goes on the road again. The Gouldsboro Peninsula recalls an earlier, simpler time along the coast of Maine. Here you will find no fast food outlets or tacky gift shops. Just a resilient breed of Mainers determined to hang on to a traditional way of life.
Some of them would like for our village to improve. I like the old-fashioned ways the best.
On the road again along the Maine coast, Monday night at 7:30.
Defending champion Jim Putney about to roll a bonus ball. 7 is the fill, and he has 1, 7, 10. But there are pieces of wood, 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Not quite the way it will be when it's time for the high-low jackpot, which, by the way, is $175. Hey, he made it. Two in a row. So far, all the bonus money belongs to Jim Putney. 50 for winning the first string and 50 for 3 marks in a row at 8, 9, and 10 of the first string. Now a chance for 50 more should he make a mark here. But it won't be easy. The fill is 5. On the right, he has 3, 6, and 10. Over on the left, the 7 and 8. Wood in front of the 7 and 8. That may help. So he got the 7 and 8, and he got the 3 and 6, but he did not get the 10. So no bonus money there. It's a 9. And that brings up our challenger, Francis Beaulieu. Four horsemen left side, and over in the opposite corner, it's the 10 pin. Oh, what a pretty shot. And he has 2 in a row. Today's challenger, Francis Beaulieu, Biddeford, Maine. Eight is the fill. The 2 pins that are standing are the 7 and 8, and Don Riley calls time. He's got to go down and take a look at one piece of wood, which is rolling this way, and appears that it definitely is this side of the deadwood line. Ralph doesn't mind. He's sunshining in Aruba right now. He doesn't care if he gets a hand or not. The 7 pin only, so he was unable to convert again. It's a 9. Our challenger has been able to cut so far just 1 pin from the 42-pin lead that our defending champion Jim Putney had. He just got another strike at the end of 1. Six, leaving 4 horsemen left side. 1, 2, 4, 7. One piece of wood right behind the 1 and the 2. Made it. He played that well because he didn't go for the head pin. He went for the 2 pin, knowing the piece of wood behind, if he hit the 2, would kick forward and take down the 1, while he started action from the 2 down to the 4 and the 7. Our challenger has his work cut out for him now, as he has punched out and now has the 4 horsemen plus the 7 pin, the 5 pin, and the 9 pin. He got everything except, well, wait a minute. Yes, everything except the 7 pin. That looked like it was going to be a big hit, and it turned out to be much less than that. He still winds up with a 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and over on the right, the 6 and 10. Two, 5, 6, and 10. And it's an 8 box. Jim Putney has 7. 4 and 7 on the left. 10 pin over on the right. And 1 piece of wood about where the 2 pin would be. He ignored it. Or perhaps he meant to hit it and didn't, which is more likely. A 10. 123. Got a tricky triangle to try to convert. 2, 4, and 5. No wood. He made it. No problem. 133. Six more. 139. Already at 281 and well on his way to what would be the And they keep falling for Francis Beaulieu. What I started to say, it would be, if Jim gets another 400, it would be 6 400s out of 10 weeks. Spare. Now Francis at 104 plus this. Kind of a disappointing one. It was a nice right pocket hit, and he got 6. Two, 4, 7, and 9. Didn't get the 2. Nine. $119. Score at the end of 2. Our defending champion is Beaulieu of Biddeford, Maine, and he is faced right now with the 7 and 10 and 3 pieces of wood. Make that 4 as another one comes rolling out of the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there are. Yeah. All spread out across the deck. It worked. Spare to begin. Now he's looking for at least one big string. I told you that he has a high single of 194. So he's very capable of putting together a big number, but right now he's got a frustrating spare lead because parallel pins are still standing, the 5 and 6. He pulled it off with a beautiful sidewall. Take another look at the way he played that sidewall. And Jim Putney gives him, I guess, a mid-5, not a low or a high. Now Jim Putney on the line. And Jim has a triangle to pick up, but it's over in the corner where he can take advantage of sidewall if necessary, because he's looking at 6, 9, and 10 to convert for a spare. Nope. Too far to the left and did not touch the 6 pin. Got 9 only. It's an 8 box. And just like that, Francis picks up 10 pins. Now Jim leaves 4 horsemen left side and the 5 and the 8. And did not convert it. Still has 4 pins standing. 5 and 6, 7 and 8. It's a 10. Trying to make it 3 in a row. Our challenger, Francis Beaulieu. 7 was the fill, and the 3 pins still standing are the 1, 2, and 10. Yes! He just made it for $50 in bonus money. The fill. 2 full on the head pin. He gets 5, but it's all but 1 pin of a spread eagle that he's looking at. 2, 4, 7 on the left, 3 and 6 on the right, and no wood. Okay, the bonus string stops at the end of 3 here in the third string. Try to make it. Oh, he knew as soon as he let that one go that he was not going to get them. Maybe rushed it a little bit and left the 3 pins on the left standing for a 7 box. Now Jim Putney, who had a very comfortable 62-pin lead coming in to this third string. 1, 3, and 7. Made the 1, 3 and flew Wood over by the 7, but all it was just a breeze to cool off the 7. It's still standing. And it's still there. A 9. Two pins are still standing. I hesitated because the 4 is rocking back and forth. It and the 7 are there. There's a piece of wood right now that is very dangerous. He has to get it. It's on an angle about where the 2 pin would be, but forward of it. So he has to get it out of there. So if he can carry through and get the other. No, it was a roadblock. He could not get at the 4 and 7. Loose ball. Don Riley's going to get it. It's a 10. Our challenger, Francis Beaulieu, has picked up 20 pins so far in this third string. The 2 pins standing right now are the 6 and the 7. That's a long way apart, but there is some wood just to the left of the 6 pin. However, it's not on a favorable angle. And there's also wood over to the left-hand side, which he probably will try to use to get everything. Nope, he went strictly for the right. I thought he might try to utilize the wood on the left, which was closer to him. Now he puts his hands out in a sort of like, I should have done that. Because one of the pieces of wood flew right over to where the 6 would have been. And the 7 went out of there. Got a break now as 2 pins that appeared as if they were going to be standing, the 6 and 10, have dropped. And he's faced with 2 and 4. For a spare, yes. Jim Putney still looking for his first mark in the third string. He needs a 119 for another 400. Now he's got a spare leave, and a good one. 1 and 3. He made it. Gave himself a sort of a derisive and subtle applause. Seven is the fill. The 5, 7, and 9 are still standing. There's a piece of wood touching the 5 and another to the left of the 5. giving it a look right and left like trying to read a putt on a rolling green. Now he fires and gets two of them, 5 and 7, but the 9's still there. It's a 10. Francis Beaulieu from Biddeford, Maine, today's challenger. Five, 9, and 10. Stops at the 3 spot. And he used it. That's spare number 5 in the 3rd string. Eight more, and another chance for a spare. 6 and 9. Wood in between. He has it. $50 in bonus money again for Francis Beaulieu for 3 marks in a row. Jim Putney, still with a comfortable 42-pin lead. No doubt coming into this with 281 after 2, had to be thinking about another 400. That's worth an extra $100, as most of you know. Right now, to try to convert the 1, 3, 6. Nope. The 3 didn't go. $10. 74. Needs 15 extra pins somewhere in the next 3 boxes, assuming he gets. There's a good chance to get some more as he gets a strike in the 8th. Francis Beaulieu, our challenger, has 3 marks in a row, and it's still alive for more bonus money, but it's going to be tough to convert. He gets 5 for the fill on the last one. No wood to help. 4 horsemen on the right side, plus the 8 pin. Got the 4 horsemen, but the 8 didn't go. $9. 136. 126, excuse me, possibility. I was about to say that he had the opportunity to go into the 130s, maybe further if he can get this mark. Six and 9 go, and it's a spare for a 136. Now let's see what he can add. Eight more, a 144. Fine finishing, 144. Now Jim Putney, let's see what he can do. He's at 84 with 2 bonus balls to throw and a couple of boxes. Looking for a 119, which would bring him to 400. There's a break. He had the 4 horsemen left side and the 9 pin. Now the 9 pin has just dropped. Didn't quite get it. He got 9 for a fill. Okay, 103. A mark and a 6 would do it. It'll be tough to convert because he's looking at the 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. Nope, didn't quite get it. So the best he can do is a 113, which would still give him 5 400s in 10 victories. 10 victories in succession for Jim Putney. Either side of that person will win it. But when I draw the card, the person will not be empty-handed because he or she will receive these prizes anyway.
Ray-Ban Wayfarer sunglasses. These are the originals by Bausch & Lomb that move 50s sunglass styling to fashion's forefront and with full glare and ultraviolet protection. And Solder Seal Gunk Heavy-Duty Puncture Seal provides security in a can, seals and inflates all types of tires while on the car. Keep a can of Solder Seal Gunk Puncture Seal in your trunk. And a Jovan Florals gift set. Lily of the Valley, Wild Honeysuckle, Jovan Black Orchid, Island Gardenia, and Night Blooming Jasmine. Enjoy all these beautiful floral fragrances from Jovan.
747 to 767. We'll win $100 for somebody. See if we can find a winner here. And this card comes from Lowell, Massachusetts on Orleans Street. Marie Collins. And her guess is 739. Okay. $150 next week. Okay, Jim, I don't know. Keep giving you for 10 weeks. Now, I'm asking you to knock those things out.
110.
Francis? Francis, stay here, and Jim will be right here. Look, face the... Here's a permanent souvenir.
Thank you.
So you can prove that you actually were here. I think you were rushing things a little bit today.
I was.
Yeah,
The first two strings weren't too impressive.
Well, listen, you're not going home broke. You've got $500 between the $350 and $150 in bonus money, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Jim. Once again, another big trophy. Hi.
He knows you now, though.
Yeah, my old pal. How are you? Bless you. 10 in a row. How about that? And yeah, $850 we've got for you. And it's going to be a difficult one next week because one of your good friends is going to be a challenger,
We'll
right?
have a good one.
Billy Treacle. Okay, and we all will see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.